Now live from Palin Music Studios in Springfield, Missouri, it's Wake Up with Greg. Here's your host, Greg.
Hey, good morning, friends, and welcome to Wake Up with Greg. Happy Friday. Happy Friday. Happy 150th episode. Woo! We finally made it. Happy to be here with you all on this beautiful Friday morning. Sun is shining outside, nice and cool in the air. Still feels like fall. I gotta say, I'm loving it. Yesterday, it did get back up into the high 80s, which is warm for us here, but my folks out in California still dealing with 100 plus degree temperatures out there. So we've got it pretty good out here, I could say. Hey, it's fantastic to be here with you. I'm so excited for today's show and to just hang out with you and have some fun. So if you're new to the show, this is what we do every weekday morning, 8:30 a.m. Central, right here on our Palin Music Band and Orchestra channel. We get together to talk about the coolest instruments on the internet. Today, I've got I'm calling this is kind of a few of my favorite things today episode. So I've got three different saxophones to share with you today: a soprano, an alto, and a tenor. So we'll be sharing those, and all of them are just amazingly cool. So. And they need new homes. Would be more than happy to send them your way to start your. Bless you, Jordan sneezing over here. I guess I've transferred all of my allergies over to him. Anyway, I got some cool saxophones, and then of course, in addition to the cool instruments, we always have some fun and talk about music and art and literature and films and. You name it, we talk about it, food and travel, who knows, relationship advice even sometimes. Not so much lately, but in the early days of the show, I talked about that a little bit. Anyway, I don't know, I'm starting to ramble already. That's what we do, and we're here to just have some fun and interact and engage and have a great Friday and get our weekend off to a great start. So that's kind of all the news that's fit to print. Here's what you all can do for me. Hit the like button, hit that subscribe button, hit the share button, share this with all your friends, family, relatives out there. Spread the word about us and what we're doing, and we can do the same for you. And then the bell icon so you get notified. Most importantly, we have the live stream chat going. Holy smokes, is that Jordan's face on there?
Oh no.
Oh no. Smile, Jordan. Did you mean to do that?
No, it did it on its own.
Look at that, Jordan. Well, now
they've seen me.
Now they've seen you. All right, you better smile because
okay,
you got to look pretty. All right.
Do my hair today.
You didn't even do your hair. Oh goodness. All right. Now I lost my train of thought. What was I talking about? Oh, I guess as I was saying, that's all the news that's fit to print. So we're just going to say good morning to Jordan. He's already shown his beautiful face to y'all. So good morning, Jordan, and bless you.
Thank you.
How you doing?
Pretty good.
Good.
Yeah.
I've got a different roast of my Hawaiian coffee today, and I saw it this morning, and I tried to remember it, and then it's gone. It's still a dark roast, but it's got I don't know, hints of something in it. Still tastes good. Love it. All right. Anyway, what were we saying? I interrupted you. Nothing. Got big weekend plans?
Big weekend plans. Well, it's kind of weird. I'm playing the bass on a worship team at a women's retreat.
Okay, there's a lot going on there. Okay, in Branson, bass on a worship team at a women's retreat in Branson. I mean, that's just enough right there.
That's what I got going on.
That's what you got going on. Well, I've got hopefully looking forward to maybe just a relaxing weekend with me and my wife, just the two of us.
Nice.
Mother-in-law Penny is off on her cruise. She flies today to San Francisco to meet the boat and get headed on out. So we've got a couple weeks of just the two of us. So
can we do some antiquing? Or?
Oh, probably. We'll probably do that, and we'll probably watch some movies that we never get to watch, and who knows what we're gonna do. But looking forward, it should be fun. Arnell is here. Good morning. Mom's here. John's here. Max is here. Vincent is here. Good morning to all of you, and welcome to the show. That's what I was saying. I was started to talk about the chat when Jordan's just beautiful face just showed up right on my screen.
I wanted to take over.
This one's taking over the show. Enough with this old guy. Let's get some youth on here. No, I was talking about the chat and how much fun we can have on the chat. You guys can ask your questions, leave your comments. I can respond, answer your questions, give you a shout out. Yeah, so this is the best way for us to interact and make this show the most fun it can be. And it's always fun the more people we've got going on there. So I just ask, please keep it clean, polite, and appropriate for this family venture we got going on here. So it's always great when we can just have some fun with that. Thank you for the compliment on the cool shirt, Arnell. So yeah, that's what we got going on. Cool. What do you say we dig into a few of Greg's favorite things? Time to dig.
All right. Swallow that coffee.
We'll start with the favorite coffee. Yeah.
And tell us about that awesome shirt and that awesome watch.
Okay, so the shirt. This is the OG shirt. I cannot tell you how old this shirt is. I don't want to tell you because I probably should have retired it years ago, but I just can't because I love this shirt so much. This is the first, actually one of two. My wife got me two of them way back. Two Tommy Bahama shirts. I talk about Daniel Cormier a lot. Tommy Bahama is the other one I talk about a lot. And this was the originator of the kind of wild shirt patterns and fun things that I like in a shirt. And this one is just so classic and cool. I've never seen another one ever in the world. And I absolutely love it. I call it my koi shirt because it's got the koi fish on it. And it's got these, kind of supposed to be kind of like water fans and these I don't know what they're lanterns or Japanese lanterns, whatever it is. It's just it's the coolest shirt ever. You got the little green on the collar there. And what do you think? Do you think this is a cool shirt? We got a guitar. Okay, got to get centered there. There we go. We've got to get we have gotten a Paul Reed Smith guitar that came in last week that has koi fish all over it, and it is insane looking. So check out our other channels. I don't know if we've got that posted anywhere. I'm sure you look at Nash's stuff on Instagram or Nate's stuff or whatever. I'm sure it's out there somewhere. But it is a custom guitar that we got to do in-house at the PRS factory. And it's got koi fish on it. So it is super cool. Yeah, so check that out. I'm sure you can find it on our website or anywhere out there if you are a fan of guitars. So, all right, so that's the shirt. And then the watch. I figured I had to wear this watch today. This is my 100th episode special watch that the marketing team gave me to commemorate my 100th episode. Now it's 150. So I guess I got 50 more episodes to go to get another watch, right? Is that how that works? That would be really cool. I totally do not expect that at all. But, if anybody else out there wants to send me a watch, I'm happy to get new watches. I love them. New shirts, new shoes. I don't care. Whatever. Cool. Yeah, that's the watch. This is the Seiko. It's the SR503, I think is the model, with the green dial there. I'm trying to dial that in to where, there we go. Look at that. Okay. I think I about got it. So the green dial with the really cool metal indices, they call them, the little markers where the numbers are. And then, yeah, so super cool. Absolutely love it. It's one of my favorites of all time now. So that's the shirt. That's the watch. Time for
the first horn.
The first horn. All right, let me get my fancy gloves on. All of these horns you've seen before if you're a regular on the show, but if you are new to the show, you haven't seen them. So that's why I always get to repeat these things, because you never know who's watching from day to day. It's going to be new to someone. But we got first up, we're going to start with my favorite Italians in the world here. This is the Ramponi and Casani handmade Italian saxophones. This is a soprano saxophone. And Ramponi calls it the Saxello, or the half-curved soprano. So take a look at that. Probably one of the coolest saxophones ever made. I mean, seriously, how cool is that? It's so unique and original. Now, I can't say it's 100% original because this design with the curved bell and the curved neck has been around since the 20s. And I think I've shared this story before. The King Company, or the H.N. White Company, as they were known, made a saxophone called the Saxello, which was a B flat soprano with this curved neck and curved bell feature. It gives a completely different feel and sound to the horn, not completely different sound altogether. So it still sounds like a soprano, of course, but it has just a unique sound of its own that is just fantastic. Hey, Hayes Palmer is here. With every Ramponi and Kazani horn I see, the more I want one. Well, dude, let's make it happen. Well, we can get that berry for you for sure. Would love that. My buddy Hayes is a phenomenal saxophone player. He's waiting patiently for his new Theo Wani mouthpiece he's got coming in for his Barry sax, and then we're going to get him a Ramponi Barry sax. We got to make that happen. So thanks for being on the show this morning, brother. Happy to see you here. So the curved soprano. Let me tell you about the features on this. First, look at this gorgeous hand engraving there on the bell. This is the R1 Jazz series in the vintage silver-plated finish. And I've talked about this before, how Ramponi doesn't do like a bright mirror polished finish on this. So it gives it a nice, just kind of warm, almost antique feel to it. You set this next to a 1920s King Saxello, and they're going to look very similar. And you may think that they're both the same age, but and that's what I love about these finishes from Ramponi. But all the other features you've got your high F sharp, you've got your front F, you've got your mother of pearl, beautiful mother of pearl key touches. You've got your fine adjustments throughout in your F sharp, G sharp down here on the lower stack. Adjustable just everywhere. You can really dial it in up here on the upper stack near the biz key there. Fine adjustments throughout there. You can really dial it in and make it set up to your personal preference. It is a fixed neck. Sometimes you can find these where the necks are detachable and they have different angles to the curve, which give you a different feel and sound. And then, of course, the curved bell. Top grade Italian leather pads with metal tone boosters. And so that is all the features. Interestingly enough, I'm surprised by this, but there is a lyre bracket here. So you can put a little marching lyre on there if you want to march with this. Not something you see necessarily every day on a professional horn, but there it is. We got, do we have poster rib construction on this? We do. Yeah, so we've got full rib construction on this as well. So makes it a very stable setup. Guys, this is just a top-notch, 100% pro handmade saxophone. And these guys at Ramponi Kazani are just amazing. They are artisans in the best of the old world traditions. They've been around for 200 years. So you need to check this out. I've got this one, and I've got the fully curved soprano in stock. I'm hoping to get some straight ones back in here before too long. And then, of course, we're going to get Hayes his Barry sax. We got to make that happen. So, all righty. So that's the scoop on that. 100% amazing, beautiful Ramponi Kazani. We got the adjustable thumb hook on the back there as well. So comes in the amazing leather style case. The Italians do it up right, guys. So you want to check that out on the website right now at palinmusic.com. Give us a call, 417-882-7006. Check out our Reverb page. Email me. Check out all our other socials, Instagram, Facebook. I don't know if we do Snapchat, Twitter, all those other things. Who knows? We may be all over the world by now. So, where is everybody this Friday? It's a little quiet on the chat this morning. That's okay, but you got some new folks chiming in. Happy to have you here. All right, what's next, Jordan? I'm starting to lose my brain already.
Oh, you know what's next. You recommend music to us.
Music. All right. This is a song that I just absolutely love. I've not shared this artist before or this song. The artist, we'll start with the artist, the supremely iconic and legendary David Crosby. Now, David Crosby, one of the, penultimate members of the Crosby, Stills, Nash and Young group. Interesting story that Crosby, Stills, and Nash played at Woodstock in 1969. And if I remember the story correctly, I think that was like their either their first or second live gig as a group ever, which is kind of crazy if you think about it. But David Crosby, one of the the writers for the group, certainly he had the high tenor in most of the, and some of the best harmonies and just amazing music. He was certainly also a activist, very involved in human rights and all that kind of stuff, but was an amazing songwriter, writing music, creating music right up until he passed just last year, a couple of years ago. I think he was in his 80s or had just reached 80. I didn't research to get the exact numbers, but anyway, he's gone now. But this was one of his last records that came out, and I think in 2017. The record is called Sky Trails. And the song is She's Got to Be Somewhere. And it is, man, I wish I could play it for you because it is such a great sound. It's very reminiscent of Steely Dan, if you're familiar with that group at all. Kind of that rock jazz fusion. Not fusion per se, like you would think of like with Spyro Gyra or the Yellow Jackets or Weather Report, something like that, but more of I don't know. Some people call it today, they call it yacht rock. I don't know that I necessarily agree with that term all the time, but harmonically, it is so fantastic. It's just an absolutely beautiful song. So the song is called She's Gotta Be Somewhere. David Crosby is the artist. The album Sky Trails. You should just really check it out if you appreciate good music at all. It is absolutely fantastic. I'm going to add this right now to the Wake Up with Greg playlist that I've created for all of you on Spotify, so you can listen to all 12 plus hours of music that we've shared on this show since its inception. 150 episodes. Means we've got at least 150 songs. I know there's probably 10 to 20 additional ones, bonus songs that I've added in there for you. But you guys just really need to check this one out. This is a great song for a Friday. It just puts you in a great mood. It's got such a great groove and hook and sound, and I just love it. So there it is. The album Sky Trails, the song She's Gotta Be Somewhere, the artist, the incomparable David Crosby. Check it out. All right. That's my song choice of the day. Do-wah-diddy. Okay, we'll shut that down. And then, I need to swap out the horns here, I suppose. Let's do that so we can show the next one. Here I am. Ta-da! Saxophone number 2. I'm looking over at Jordan. He's like, I don't know what's going on. This Greg guy, he's just rambling about all kinds of stuff. All right, next up, let's show you this bad boy. You've seen this one. I think my desk just rolled. I don't know what's going on. All right, check out, we've got the kind of a new thing with all these carbon fiber looking cases coming out these days. This is the Julius Kyleworth. Right there is the Kyleworth logo. This is the Kyleworth Shadow, the SX90R Shadow alto saxophone. This is their top of the line German-made saxophones. And my guys, this is, holy smokes, this is such a beautiful saxophone and such a powerful saxophone. If you want a horn that is going to cut through any group and you want to be heard, this is the one for you. Let me grab this and show you just how amazing this is. All right, so there we go. This is the Kyleworth SX90R Shadow. We'll start with just the stunning engraving that is on this, and it is all over the place. Look at how gorgeous that is. All down the bow and up the back. Just completely covered in this gorgeous engraving, all done by hand. These German artisans really have dialed it in here. I don't know if you can see the Julius Kyleworth big logo there, the SX90R logo. And then, of course, the neck as well. I'll pull that because that's got the engraving on it as well. So there you go. Now, phase 2 of what makes this horn so completely amazing, besides just its gorgeous appearance, with the silver-plated keys and the black nickel finish, This is a solid nickel silver saxophone. So solid nickel silver is a very hard metal, and once you get you get that metal vibrating, you get that sound. It is screaming resonance. It is just so powerful and so edgy and bright, and it just sounds so amazing. I don't know what else I can say about how great this thing sounds. I demoed it, I don't know, a few weeks back, and surprised myself just with very little air how much power this horn had. Look at that. It's even got engraving on the lip of the bell there. I don't know if you can see that there. But what other features make this horn a complete standout? We've got these black leather pads. So I don't know if you can see, they're black, just like the horn, which is gorgeous, with metal tone boosters. We've got black mother of pearl key touches all throughout the horn there, which are just stunning. And so, yeah, it's black on black on black with the silver to just accent it like crazy. What else? High F sharp front F, all those things. We've got a really great contoured front F. Kind of a trademark of the Kyleworth saxes. You've got the adjustable palm keys on your left-hand palm key. You can, it comes with a little adjusting tool. You can move those out to raise them up, so if you've got larger hands, or you can tuck them back in for smaller hands. Really dial in the comfort level on that for you. And then finally, we have I don't know if you can see, the rolled tone holes. Now these are a little different. I don't think these are traditionally rolled. These are a soldered tone hole, where they solder a ring on top of the tone hole, which gives the pad seat a larger surface to hang on to. It does affect the tone a bit and the feel of the horn, and it's just fantastic all the way around. Of course, all your fine adjustments throughout. You've got this articulated mechanism here, which is really fantastic. The 3-point bell brace, adjustable thumb hook, all that good stuff. So this is a top of the line, as high as it goes for Kyleworth. This is their flagship. This is their beast. This is the Shadow, the SX90R Shadow from Kyleworth. This is live on our website right now, palinmusic.com, or give me a call, 417-882-7006, or check out our Reverb page at reverb.com. And take this saxophone home with you today, or come into any one of our dozen stores and come and see us in person. You can try it and play it. And this one is located, of course, in our Springfield facility, because that's where I'm at. So Springfield, Missouri, right here in the heart of the good old USA. All right, this comes as an outfit, of course, with the hard rubber mouthpiece, tap and ligature strap, all the other accoutrement that you need to get your saxophones going. So that's saxophone number 2. I'll pull up saxophone number 3 while I'm thinking about it. We'll talk about that one in a minute.
Yeah, before this last saxophone, can you share something cool with us?
Something cool. So getting back to my concept of a few of my favorite things, I've got 3 films I'm going to share with you. So I'll go through them rather quickly, but all 3 of them are icons in their own way, classics for sure. But I'll be honest, they're not necessarily music related, although one of them has one of my favorite composers, James Horner, did an amazing score for it. And then the other 2 have different composers. But besides jazz, what is the other great American art form? Jordan, anything?
There's probably.
How about the great American pastime? Does that help? No. He's got nothing. You guys out there, what is the great American pastime? Apple pie, hot dogs, Cracker Jack? No? Nothing? Baseball!
All right. I've never heard of apple pie.
Well, it's American as apple pie. Baseball is the great American pastime. Jazz is the great American art form. There we go. Anyway, so I have 3 films that are all about baseball and happen to be, in my opinion, the best films ever about baseball. And strangely enough, they all happen to star the same guy. We have Field of Dreams with Kevin Costner. We have Bull Durham with Kevin Costner. And we have For Love of the Game with Kevin Costner. So what is his obsession with baseball, I wonder? Well, he was a player in college, I know that, and grew up playing baseball all his life. And actually, he does all of his own playing in all three of these films. The first one, of course, is probably the best of the three and is the most loved, certainly nationwide, if not worldwide. And a side note about that, this also stars the great James Earl Jones, who we just lost a couple weeks ago, who plays Terrence Mann, an author and activist in this film. And guys, if you have not seen this film, especially if you're a guy and you've got a dad and you love your dad, and it's one of those special films that's hard to quantify because it means something different to everyone, but it's a magical film. It really is a magical film. And the baseball stuff in it it's baseball is the whole story, but like the actual playing of baseball isn't the biggest part of this film, but it is so fantastic. Field of Dreams. If you know anything about the film, if you build it, he will come is the big catch line for this. And the field that they made for this film on this farm in Iowa is still there. And you can go there and you can, take your dad, you can take your kids and you can go play catch and play ball. And then just recently, within the past few years, they've built a second field next to it, a full-on Major League Baseball field that they actually have had games at, professional games. In fact, I think the first inaugural one they did was with the Yankees, and maybe the Yankees and the Sox, I think, from the film here. So anyway, Field of Dreams, one of the absolute best. Number two, and these are in chronological order too, Bull Durham. Talking about the Durham Bulls, which is a minor league team in Durham, North Carolina, and it's the story of this Crash Davis, the catcher, who's been brought down from the major leagues back into the minors he's a catcher to coach an up and coming pitcher, and it's a comedy. These both have very comedic elements in it. But it's so great, and the baseball is fantastic. Tim Robbins also stars in this. Susan Sarandon, I mean, top-notch cast in this. In fact, I think this is the film that Tim Robbins and Susan Sarandon fell in love on, and worked together for a very long time. Not together anymore, unfortunately, but anyway, that happens. So Bull Durham, you got to check that one out. And then finally, For Love of the Game, his final baseball film, the story of a pitcher, legendary Detroit Tiger pitcher, Billy Chappell. And he's at the end of his career, either contemplating retirement, and if he doesn't retire, he's going to be traded to another organization. He's been a Detroit Tiger his whole career, and this is his final game, and he's pitching a perfect game. And for those of you who don't know what a perfect game is, a perfect game is, 0 hits, 0 runs, nobody ever gets on base from the other team. So a perfect game, meaning, no walks, no nothing. So what's great about the story is the way, and Kevin throws every single pitch in this film, by the way. But as he's, pitching to each batter that comes up, he, reminisces about a part of his life, in relation to either that player or what's going on. And it's a love story as well. And it's fantastic. Kelly Preston, one of my all-time favorites, one of her last films, I think, before she passed. So anyway, I've rambled a lot about these three films, and I know it's not music related, but there is great music in all of these. Certainly the score for Field of Dreams with James Horner, one of the greats, who did Titanic and many of the other great films out there. So check these out, especially if you love baseball, if you love Kevin Costner, any one of them. Field of Dreams, boom, that's number one. Bull Durham, boom, that's number two. And For Love of the Game. So there you go. That's my tribute to baseball movies, Kevin Costner, whatever. There you go. So that's my something cool for the day. All right, got the coffee rolling. What's next, Mr. Jordan?
One more horn.
One more horn. One is the loneliest number. Yeah. All right. Sometimes I just burst out into song. You never know what you're going to get with me. All right, let me show you the case first. It's a tenor sax, so it's a little big and bulky up here on this little tiny set, but there you go. This is a Yamaha Custom Z. This is the YTS 82Z Mark II B for black. And guys, this one, once again, one of the most gorgeous saxophones on the market, and certainly one of the highest performance saxophones. This is Yamaha's top of the line, until you get into their Atelier series, which are extremely rare and hard to come by unless you are, in that that class of dealers. So anyway, this is the YTS 82Z Custom Z in black. This is their jazz horn, their power horn. It's all yellow brass, but with this gorgeous black lacquer finish, and then the stunning engraving that just really pops off of that horn. The hand done engraving from the Japanese artists out there. We've got international horns, so we got Italy, and we got Germany, and we got Japan on here. So just phenomenal pieces. This is, again, all top grade, high F sharp, front F, all the same features, full poster rib construction, Italian leather pads, metal tone boosters, and then with the gold keys that accent that black finish just beautifully. So this is a great horn for anything that you want to do that needs power and pizzazz, anything jazz, rock, pop, funk, R&B located. I don't know if you would use this in a classical setting or not. You can certainly give it a shot, but this is definitely a live stage performance kind of horn. It's not subtle at all. Neither is that Kyleworth that I showed you. Subtlety is not their thing. I'm sure, but that's a lot based on the player as well. So if you are a subtle player, I'm sure you can work your magic with this horn and tone it down a bit. But if you want a horn that's in your face and is going to break out with sound and power and performance, this is the one for you. So this is once again, this is the Yamaha YTS 82Z Custom in the black finish. I have a used one of these in just the traditional gold lacquer finish. That is a smoke and deal on the website as well. So please check that out. And then it's also available in an unlacquered finish now. And I think you get it in silver plate. And the new amber finish is available on this model as well. So lots of options for these just amazing killer saxophones. Yamaha does it up right. They're certainly some of the most reliable horns on the market. They hold up well. They hold their regulation very well. Their intonation is flawless. You guys, you just cannot go wrong with a Yamaha horn. So check this one out one last time. Yamaha YTS 82Z Custom in black. On our website, palinmusic.com. Give me a call, 417-882-7006, or check out our Reverb page at reverb.com. Let me show you the neck as well. I don't need to unwrap it, but it's got, there's the medallion there for the logo. Just all black, no engraving on the neck on this one, but that's all right. Super cool there. Comes with all your neck strap and all your doodads and gewgaws and all that. So, hard rubber mouthpiece. It's interesting. You never get a saxophone from a manufacturer new that comes with a metal mouthpiece. Have you ever noticed that? Metal mouthpieces are certainly popular, and will take these horns to another level of power and performance for sure. But I guess, rubber is just, I guess, kind of the standard that they put with them. So, but you can add any awesome metal mouthpieces. We carry Jody Jazz mouthpieces and Theo Wani mouthpieces, and we can certainly get many of the other top ones out there. So if you need a mouthpiece, give me a call. Let me know. We've got a few of them on the website, I think, but otherwise, let's. Shirt shows up really good on the screen. Horn looks terrific next to it. Well, thank you. This is a vibrant shirt. So even as old as it is, the colors are still. Because I dry clean it all the time. I never put this one in the wash, so it stays looking nice. All right, guys. Well, that's what I got for horns. What's left, Mr. Jordan?
Can you share some wisdom with us, please?
Sure can. Happy to do so. All right. So this piece of wisdom. It's a little bit long, but stick with me. This comes from the artist Aloe Blacc, and it's Black, Blacc. So maybe it's black, maybe it's black, Blanc. I don't know. I don't know. I'm not familiar with this artist, I'll tell you, but I found this quote today and I thought it was cool. He's an American singer and rapper, famous for a collaboration he did with, I think it's Avicii. Does that sound right? And their song called Wake Me Up, which, how perfect is that for Wake Up with Greg? Anyway, I'm not playing the song for you, but here's what Aloe Blacc says about music. He says, music, especially as an adolescent, helps to build identity because that's when people start developing a sense of self. You can kind of tell based on what music a person listens to, what kind of person they'll pretty much be for the rest of their life. I think that's probably true. You know, I mean, music certainly helps us form our identity. That part's 100% true. You know, everybody has something that clicks with them that it just turns on a light inside of you. And for me, it was big band swing. You know, the Benny Goodman, Artie Shaw, that kind of stuff. I listened to other music before that. You know, stuff that my parents listened to. My dad was a big Elvis Presley fan. Still is a big Elvis Presley fan. You know, a lot of country music and stuff as well growing up. A lot of, you know, what we consider classic rock today, you know, Styx and Aerosmith and all those guys. But it was the big band music that did it for me. That really, and that kind of formulated a big part of me and who I am. Of course, you know, Spyro Gyra for me is the other one that really just kind of nailed it. Keep Spyro Gyra in your minds, folks. Little foreshadowing there. I'm not saying what's going on, but. And maybe next week we can start talking about it. I don't know.
Maybe so.
Maybe we can start talking about it today, but no, I'll wait till next week. So there we go. Yeah, music, especially as an adolescent, helps to build identity because that's when people start developing a sense of self. You can kind of tell based on what music a person listens to, what kind of person they'll pretty much be for the rest of their life. There you go. Thank you, Aloe Blacc, for that quote. Thank you guys for being here for my 150th episode. I don't have any streamers or noisemakers or anything for that. We'll save that for 200. We'll do that when we get to 200, and maybe by then we'll be at 2,000 subscribers or 200,000 or maybe 2 million subscribers. I believe in you guys. You can do it. So anyway, that's my show for the day, guys. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for watching. Thank you for your comments. We'll be back here Monday morning, 8:30 a.m. Central, right here. And so let me leave you with this. Helping people make meaningful music is what we do. And when you're ready, I'm here for you too. There's my gun fingers there. Pew, pew, pew. Love you guys. Have a great weekend. We'll see you next week. Bye-bye.